Check your Jupiter and Radio Sagittarius in your astrological chart. All the information you're looking for is in the description box down below. Thank you so much for supporting Sikiksyd. If you'd like a personal reading, information is in the description box down below next to the butterfly. What is the future of Sagittarius's career? 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 Okay. Heart, home, compassion, 27 breaking down to a 9. Okay. So, this is you looking at career as not something that is an obligation. It's not something that's just a duty, but it is also a mission. It is also a place that makes you feel at home, right? This is something that allows you to be emotionally safe and vulnerable. You're a teacher, a counselor. You work with psychology, philosophy, spirituality, the church. Okay, you can be very religious. You could be a seer. You could work in mental health. You could be a doctor, a nurse. Okay, you could work with homes, renovating homes. Some of you raise butterflies for a living. You're getting a promotion. Congratulations. You could be planning an event in your career. Okay? Meeting new people in your career. Networking in your career. Feel safe with those that you're connecting with. The future of Sagittarius's career. Okay. 10 of Wands, 10 of Cups, 9 of Cups, bottom of the deck, King of Swords. Okay. So this is what you have. You have 3 of Cups, Cancer and Mercury, 10 of Wands, Sagittarius and Saturn. The Tower, Aries, Scorpio, and the 10 of Cups, Pisces and Mars. Okay. And you have the 10 of Pentacles, Mercury and Virgo, and you have the 9 of Cups, Pisces and Jupiter. Hidden energy is the King of Swords. And right underneath that, you have Pamela Coleman Smith. The King of Swords is Capricorn, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. And you are going to a tarot reader. You may be a tarot reader, okay? You could also be consulting a tarot reader for advice on your career, okay? So, I see you consulting a tarot reader about your career because you feel like you're not listening to your intuition regarding where you're supposed to be going in your career or the direction of it. There is performance punishment at your job. Like you have a lot of work to do, and like your employees or like your co-workers, they don't have to do the same amount of work. And it's heavy, and it's making you extremely unhappy. You don't like your job. A lot of you do not like your job, and you don't feel like you're making the money that it's worth, or you feel like you're not making the money that you're worth. A lot of you may do like manual labor. And your career has been more of a duty, an obligation, because you feel you have a family to support, because you feel like you may be supporting yourself, right? Say you live alone, then, you know, the bills are on you. Say you have a family, you're having to try to take care of family. A lot of you are also in your career, you work in the government or the military. It feels like your job is very heavy, Sagittarius. Like it's a lot of work. And you feel like it's going to come crashing down on you. But you have been delaying that. What's interesting is like your heart is pouring, right? It's like there's a lot of awareness that maybe like the people that you work with, but you don't like the actual work. There we go. And you feel like it needs to come crashing and burning. Maybe you have children to support, a relationship you're trying to support. And I see you working maybe in prisons, institutions, asylums, mental asylums, finances, taxes, loans, assets, other people's money. You could be a celebrity, you could be famous, you could work in the esoteric, the occult, magic. With athletes, you could work with athletes, health. Okay, books, you could be a writer. And so it's like, you know that it's meant to come crashing down. Right now in your career, it's meant to come crashing down. Whatever you've been doing, because it's too much work and you've been trying to hold it up. But it's only because you know that once you give it up, once you put down this giant load, right, you're not going to be able to get it back. Everything comes crashing down. It doesn't come back. It's irretrievable, right? And the thing is, what are you really losing? Something that you're doing to support others, maybe to support family, maybe to support a relationship, but it's not making you happy. It's all this work, and it doesn't even make you happy. If you're well known or even famous, I feel like that may not be making you happy in your career, because you feel like it's almost like when you want to do something that is fulfilling, something that is meaningful in your career, but you feel like you can't because of money and what other people will think about it emotionally, or there's obligation being put on you. You have 3 10s here. It's too heavy. It's too heavy. With the 10 of Pentacles, it's like you're only in it for money with the 10 of Pentacles in reverse in your career, right? There could be a shortage of money. Your business could be failing with the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like family could be fighting over money, wills, trust funds, inheritances around you, and that is affecting your decision about what you should be doing in your career, because is this career that I'm thinking going to make me enough money in order to get certain things that I need to get done, right? It's so heavy that it's bearing you. It's bearing you with burden, responsibilities, you've lost passion for it, and it's not fulfilling. It's not fulfilling with the 9 of Cups in reverse. It's not something that you love to do. You're not getting something that you want in your career. And this makes you upset. You feel like, I don't want to say anything, because if I say something, I'm going to say something that I regret with the King of Swords in reverse. You may have like a boss that's very mean. You may not be speaking up in your career, okay? You may not be speaking up. I feel like you're in the military or in the government. You could be in a high position of the military or government, police officer, for some of you, sheriff, a judge, lawyer. You can even work with technology. I feel like you work with relationships. You can be a psychologist, a philosopher. Some of you are doing a job you really don't want to do just to make money. You don't get to do your true passion. I feel like you're watching someone at work, maybe under another alias, another profile, or you can see them, they can't see you. King of Swords watches. So you're watching this woman. She took the first Rider-Waite deck, and you guys don't really get to see the Rider-Waite deck around here at Sikiksyd, because I use so many different decks that are so unique. I don't like to use decks that are always used in readings. Like, I like to buy cards that are unique and different and unlike any other cards that I've ever seen, because that means I'm going to be able to pull in messages that are different, basically, that are out of this world. And she, in this deck, she's actually utilizing the same deck that I'm using. She's not using the Rider-Waite. The Rider-Waite was the original tarot deck, though, and she learned how to do tarot. She was a part of the making of the meaning of tarot, and utilizing it as a psychic, as a seer, pulling the cards, telling the future, right? And there's the water here. It's like You're deciding to go towards what emotionally fulfills you, what spiritually fulfills you, right? And being honest that, yes, it's unique, right? And the truth is that people who do spiritual work as seers and psychics, and they utilize their spiritual ability and all these different things, just like I do, they deserve a lot more respect because they are stepping into the spiritual body that many have not been made aware of due to the corruption of the Bible, of the story not being told in the right manner. The truth is that man and woman originally were spiritual beings utilizing their third eyes, utilizing their apparatus, utilizing the pineal gland in order to know where to go and what to do. So when people are utilizing this particular gift, I would say, this is something to respect. They're not crazy. They're not super duper duper weird just because they're utilizing their intuition more than maybe others, and they're able to profit off of this. It is a very controversial even topic regarding utilizing psychic ability and talent in order to accumulate money, in order to help the collective in any way, shape, or form. And that's simply just because we live in a universe that doesn't always accept people who are like me, who utilize psychic ability in order to help people. Because I'm the last resort, as many other astrologers are. We're the last resort that people go to. People, they go and get their tarot readings, and people come to me a lot for readings, but then I also get a lot of people who come to me for birth chart readings. And there are not many astrologers. We're the last resort. After somebody has gone to all the psychologists that they could go to, after they have gone to all the doctors, they've popped all the pills that they could, they've done all the drugs that they could, they've done all the vices that they could to try to numb whatever they're feeling, and the astrologer is the last resort. They've gone to all the Reiki sessions they could go to, and they've done all the rituals on their own that they could, and they still feel like they're lost. They still feel like they need more answers. The astrologer is the last resort. Those that work with their psychic abilities and gifts, we are the last resort that people go to because, if I don't see it, I can't believe it. And on some level, we deserve a lot more respect because before science, there was the esoteric and the occult and the seers and the shamans and the gypsies. Before science, there was spirit. And this is what you're really tuning into, whether you're a man or a woman. Sort of getting out of this whole frostiness. I'm angry. I'm pissed off. I feel like you're cursing people out. You're arguing with somebody at work. You're very dissatisfied. You're overindulging to deal with the lack of satisfaction in your own career. And you could be upset because you see other people, right, Kima? So if you see other people that are maybe more fulfilled in their careers during this time, and it's just meant to trigger you to release maybe a career you're doing for the wrong reasons, maybe doing it because family wants you to do it. They have strict, traditional, you need to do this, right? There's restriction. You need to do this particular career because this is what we're encouraging you to do. From the get, I told both of my parents and my family, this is what I want to do. I want to go get my degrees in biology and astrology, and I want to work for myself. And they fully respected that because they knew I would be the person doing it and not them. You get what I'm saying? It's you who's doing this job. It's not your mother. It's not your siblings, your children. It's nobody else. It's you. So if you're going to do it, you might as well do something that you love, right? And so I feel like that's what you're going to start to step into. Feeling like, you're just extremely unhappy. It could be a family business that is failing. You could own a business with your significant other, and that doesn't make you happy at all. You feel trapped in the relationship due to money. And like the business is failing as well. And like you're doing all the work anyways, because he has it all on his back. You may like the people at the job, but you don't actually enjoy, if you work with a lover, you don't enjoy the lover that you're having to work with at the job, or you don't enjoy the fact that you have to do the job at all. It is not your dream job. It is not what you want to do for a living at all. This is like bad public recognition regarding your work as well during this time, because it's not doing what you love, right? You know, if you don't want to do something but you're doing it for money, then it's like the work is lackluster, the results are lackluster. I also feel like you've gotten to a point in your career where you thought you would be happy that you've had all the success, and that maybe you're famous, maybe that you're really well known, and you're still unhappy. And that's triggering you to look emotionally at what was the real goal behind it. The real goal was supposed to be for you to learn how to love yourself, and that's still lacking in this situation. I feel like you're highly influenced by the people that are around you, and it's in a negative manner. So I feel like you are going to start cutting people off as the King of Swords in reverse. You're going to start cutting people off because it's what you got to do for you. Whether you're a man or a woman, I see you just cutting people off, Sagittarius. You may also not like your boss. This could be a doctor, a surgeon, a nurse for some of you. There's theft at work. You could also be unemployed. I feel like you're lying at work with the King of Swords already. You could be lying to yourself, lying to others. There's no morality found in your career right now. Because if there was, then you would be doing what you love and not what you feel you're forced to do, right? I feel like this is something that you're learning, though. You feel like you're obsessed with career and making money, but you're bored with what you're doing. And there's also an insecurity about the way that you look. Like you feel like there's something about you that you don't like. As the masculine energy, you don't like something about yourself physically. And so to make yourself feel better, you get material stuff, right? Or you submerge yourself in video games, submerge yourself in money, submerge yourself in different things to feel better about what you feel you lack all by yourself as an individual, right? So I see you also feel like you have not been moving at all in your career, Sagittarius. If you're the masculine energy, I'm seeing you just don't feel like you're moving because you're not listening to your intuition. Moving forward in your career means you have to walk through the valley of the shadow of death. You do. I see the salamanders here, I see the lion. You have to speak up your truth. You have to be honest about who you are and what you want and what you're about. And regardless of what other people think about what you choose for your career, it's none of their damn business. Does it make you happy? Then do it. Simple. When I started Sikiksyd, I said Sikiksyd is a business, and that's that. No one could tell me differently, and nobody did. I said, this is what I want to do with my life. This is what I feel is home to me. It makes me feel safe. This is something that I was doing ever since I was little, since 9/11, talking in the mirror, knowing I'm talking to spirits. This is no different. There's just a camera here now, and it's being recorded. The same thoughts that I would talk about when I was walking home from school, from elementary school and middle school, and all these different things. Same thoughts coming out here. So I think you're also recognizing, you can look at what you have experienced in your life and say, oh, that was so horrible and negative, and so I can't manifest anything better now. Or you let that hold you, or you can look at what you've experienced and say, okay, I experienced it for a reason so that I can help other people who are experiencing it now. Right? Rather, it's abuse. Rather, it's messy breakups, divorces, being in relationships purely for money, losing all of your money, losing your job. I feel like you could be losing like a home, losing a car, losing a lot of money in your career right now. And it's not making you happy. It's not making your relationship happy or your family happy. And you're doing all this work. And so you've gone to the last resort. It's a spirit, right? That's beautiful. There's nothing wrong with you going towards spirit, towards your more spiritual side, right? And sometimes that's what we do need to do when we're not listening to our own, like, I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, or what it may be. And there's nothing wrong with that. You don't have to know everything, okay? So that's what I see happening in the future of your career. I do see you getting pissed off at work, okay? Like, just pissed off with the King of Swords in reverse. Angry, you don't want to talk to nobody at work. And I feel like you're just doing a lot of work. And you may celebrate with your co-workers, but you're doing all of the work. That doesn't make you happy. That doesn't make you happy. And you don't feel like you're being paid what you're supposed to be paid for. This is a lot like you're doing all the work, but everybody still gets a piece or a cut of it. It's not like this. Like, it's not like what I'm doing where everything that I do here at Sikiksyd, the readings, the editing, the deals that I get, everything that happens as a brand ambassador, the brands that I sign, all these different things. I don't have a manager. I don't have an agent. I don't have any of that. It's all on me. So all the profit also goes all to me. When you're doing all the work and you're an entrepreneur and you're running your own business and there is nobody else involved in it, needing to touch it, I don't have anybody needing to edit my stuff or making an intro, no, I make my own intro, my own outro. You know, when you are in charge of the whole ship, yes, it's a lot of responsibility, but that means you get the whole pie. I don't have to cut my pie to get to anybody because nobody helped in the process of me making this video, making this business. Nobody's name is connected to it but mine. This is different, Sagittarius. You're in a situation where other people have to get the piece of the pie. And you're sort of like a racehorse. I feel like you're having to, you're doing all the work, but of course the owner of the horse, person who owns you, they get a piece of the cut, and the people who, were involved in some of your training, they get a piece of the cut. Like, there's different things like that, you know what I mean? You don't like that. It's, I see a lot of arguing, like this is tearing you up inside, and I think you're going to be tearing other people up inside as well around you. Like, you're going to start to be, you're going to argue with people in your career during this time. Whether that's your intention or not, that's what's coming up for you. And you've been trying to delay not doing that, but you're so unhappy. You're so unhappy that you have to. As I was saying, I just put my phone on the charger. You feel like you have to speak up and say, I'm not happy in the situation because it's getting to the point where you guys are fighting. You're going to be fighting in your career with the people around you. You're going to be fighting with them, saying, you're going to be speaking your truth, and you don't really care if they like it or not, whether you're a man or a woman. You're going to be fighting with people in your career during this time. And seeking help from psychics, seers, shamans about your career as well. You'll be consulting, okay? You may also be a seer or a psychic or a shaman, okay? So if you'd like a personal reading, information is in the description box down below. Thank you so much for supporting Sikiksyd. If you are, getting fired, losing a job, losing a lot of money, your business is failing, whatever it may be, remember to sit and stand in this moment and say, I am grateful for where I am right now, right here in this moment. Okay? When you center yourself in gratitude, miracles happen. Right?